we need to take our stock 50cc Zuma and get this thing ready to be motor swapped. Stock exhaust, stock airbox on this thing. It's bone stock. It looks good, but this thing has sat a long time and we have not touched it. So it is time to get to work on this bad boy. We started stripping this thing down to pretty much bare frame at this point because I knew we were going to be having to run a new throttle cable because we're changing the carb. So I just thought it was best if we just went ahead and just got everything out of our way right now, especially this oil tank, because this oil tank actually failed on this bike. One day I just came out and there was a huge puddle under the bottom of this bike, and basically all the oil came out the bottom of the pump. I don't know what part of the pump it was, but you can tell right here when I open it up that there's green oil coming out. So that's not the typical grease that sits in this case. That is straight up two-stroke oil. But we got this thing suspended from the ceiling because it's the easiest way to drop this motor solo when you only have a dog here supervising. Undo the one bolt in the front, undo the shock bolt, and we wheel this thing to the side. Goodbye stock 50cc motor. Hello brand new built 70cc stage 6. Let's go ahead and get the brand new pipe on here as well. We went with the Yasuni C16. Not our typical setup. We usually go with the R, but I feel like we need a little bit more on this one. So we went with the C16, and this one's obviously de-restricted, nothing in the header, so we can slap it right on, as well as the throttle cable like I talked about. So we fed that from the top to the bottom to get that ran. This thing first fire up. Ooh. Almost right off the rim. I'll let it sit at a little bit of a higher idle. Let it get warm, shut it off. We'll do a couple heat cycles. Alright boys, we've been firing her up. This is actually the third fire up slash heat cycle warm up, if you will. Doing a little temp gauge on her right now. And we're just letting her get warm and cooling down a few times before we actually put a load on it and try test riding it. So. Sounds amazing. I love the look of the C16 rather than the Yasuni R. And now we have our fully built 70cc Zuma sitting nice and pretty with a beautiful Yasuni C16 sitting out this side and a Plini CP21 sitting out the other side. There's nothing left to do other than ride this thing now. Alright, so first thing we're going to do right now is do a little break-in and kind of just go cruise this thing. We already got it hot like 5 times, kind of starting to get warming up, letting it cool down. But after we let it cool down again, I'll throw the GoPro on and we'll actually give it a proper first test ride. Alright boys, just got back from the first little break-in cruise ride on this thing, if you will.